Hey, let's talk about a self-care practice that I don't know how often it's talked about. It's not food, but I do have voila my smoothie bowl. So, not gonna be talking about food today or nutrition or herbs, but I want to share my week. Okay, I had a very interesting week. um, well, I'll just say that there that I was going to extend myself to someone, right? And turned out, they didn't need me in that way, which was good because I was willing to open up my home to them. I thought about it and I'm like, I don't really want that energy in here, because I've come a long way and I'm protective of my space. I'm protective of my time. I'm protective of who I give myself to. So, um, there was something else that they needed me to do, and I wasn't moving fast enough for them. So they got impatient and they started to verbally attack me through a text. Through a text, I didn't reply because everything that they said, that they thought about me, their opinions of me, were not true, and it didn't penetrate. Okay, it didn't penetrate because I know myself. I know myself. I sit with myself. I live with myself. I know my behaviors. I know my lifestyle. I know the things that I do. So the only thing that I could think of was return that back to sender. I returned it back to them. And that was me protecting myself. Those are things that are possible for us to do. But I do want to say this. If and when, because it will happen, somebody is bold enough to open up their mouth against you, live your life in such a way, okay, that it's not even true. That they will have to be lying. They will have to be making up a story. They will have to be exaggerating because you don't live like that. You don't live like that, right? So I returned that back to sender, and the same individual also told a close relative of mine something that somebody told them about my relative. Um, that they picked up from social media. Some random person inboxed them and said they saw a demon in their picture and all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, don't receive that. Don't receive that. You know why? Because, first of all, that's witchcraft. The only person who can tell you about where you are in life is the Most High. Can't nobody else tell you that. Can't nobody else tell you that. And that's why we have to be careful about who we receive information from, because everybody got something to say these days. They all think they got a message. And probably 90% of 100% of the time is not from the Most High. And it might even be a big 95%. Okay? Because right now we're in the age of information and knowledge. And so everybody feel like they got something to say. Be careful about who you receive from. Protect your hearts. protect your heart. No, the scriptures say, protect your heart, because out of it flows the issues of life. Protect your heart, because out of it flows the issues of life. Right? You even have to protect your heart from your own self. Even the words, because words are powerful, they carry life or death. It's life or death in the tongue. It's life and death in the tongue, as is quoted in the scripture. In the power of the tongue, right? It's power, it's a powerful weapon. So you can be speaking death even over your own self. So this is a wellness practice that, I wanted to bring to light, because this is really a part of wellness. Speaking life over yourself, not receiving spells and curses from other people, protecting yourself. That's a wellness practice.